When people talk about attraction, they often assume everyone is looking for the same thing. Popular culture tells us men are universally attracted to thin women with idealized proportions. Movies, advertising, fashion magazines, and social media all reinforce that message. But reality is far more complicated. Millions of men actively prefer overweight, plus size, or even obese women. They date them, marry them, fantasize about them, and in some cases specifically seek them out over women who fit conventional beauty standards. Why? Is it biology? Psychology? Culture? Rebellion against modern beauty standards, or something else entirely? Today we're taking an honest look at one of the least discussed aspects of human attraction. This isn't about shaming anyone, it's about understanding why preferences exist and why attraction is often much more diverse than society likes to admit. One of the biggest misconceptions about attraction is that everyone is attracted to the same body type. History tells us a different story. Beauty standards change constantly. In the 1920s, thin flapper figures became fashionable. In the 1950s, curves returned with icons like Marilyn Monroe. The 1990s favored extremely thin supermodels, and the 2010s celebrated athletic physiques and exaggerated curves. What's considered attractive today may not be considered attractive tomorrow. This suggests that attraction isn't purely biological. Culture plays a huge role. And because culture varies, so do preferences. Many men who prefer larger women simply have a different definition of beauty than the one promoted by mainstream media. Some researchers believe attraction to larger women may have evolutionary roots. For most of human history, food scarcity was common. In many environments, body fat signaled something important: access to resources, survival, health during times of famine. A woman carrying extra weight could be perceived as more likely to survive harsh conditions and successfully carry pregnancies. This doesn't mean every ancient man preferred larger women, but it may explain why attraction to heavier body types remains widespread today. Human preference evolved under many different conditions. As a result, modern attraction isn't one size fits all. Instead, it exists on a spectrum. Many men who prefer larger women don't describe their attraction in purely physical terms. Instead, they frequently mention emotional characteristics: comfort, warmth, approachability, authenticity. Whether these perceptions are accurate or not, they often influence attraction. Some men report feeling less pressure around larger women. Others say they find them more relatable or less focused on appearance. Again, these are stereotypes and don't apply to everyone, but attraction is often tied to emotional associations as much as physical characteristics. People are attracted not only to bodies, but to what those bodies symbolize. Not every society worships thinness. In fact, throughout history, many cultures admired larger female bodies. In parts of Africa, the Pacific Islands, and the Middle East, fuller figures have often been associated with fertility, prosperity, beauty, and social status. In societies where food scarcity existed, body weight could symbolize wealth and security. Even today, standards vary dramatically around the world. What's considered overweight in one culture may be viewed as attractive in another. Globalization and Western media have pushed beauty standards towards greater uniformity, but local preferences remain remarkably resilient. This helps explain why attraction to larger women continues to exist across cultures and generations. Psychologists have long known that attraction is influenced by personal experience. Early relationships, family environments, media exposure, peer groups, even random life experiences. Some men simply discover early in life that they find larger women attractive. Others develop preferences later, and some never question why they feel that way. Research consistently shows that attraction patterns are surprisingly individualized. There's no single explanation. What attracts one person may leave another completely uninterested. That's true for height, hair color, age preferences among adults, and body type. Human attraction is incredibly diverse. One of the clearest indicators of attraction is what people search for privately. The adult entertainment industry has long recognized demand for plus-size content. Terms like BBW, which stands for Big Beautiful Woman, have been among the most recognized niche categories for decades. Exact industry figures are difficult to obtain because adult entertainment companies rarely publish detailed revenue data. However, industry analysts generally consider BBW content one of the larger body type niches. It's not typically believed to rival mainstream categories in overall volume, but it consistently ranks among the most established and commercially viable specialty markets. The existence of a large audience demonstrates something important. Preferences that may seem unusual in public are often far more common in private. Consumer behavior frequently reveals a different picture than public conversation. Other segments of the adult entertainment industry show the same distinct interest level. Most adult swing clubs across the nation offer advertised events specifically targeting BBW admirers. While sometimes just calendar events, many clubs regularly offer BBW evenings, such as BBW Thursday, for example, which are often better attended evenings than any other midweek happenings. This is a clear vindication of the commercial value of the segment. Clubs in the Tampa area routinely draw 100 or even 200 couples to one of these events. And independent BBW groups have formed in many states, specifically to organize such an interest and provide private parties or even direct contact mechanisms for interested parties. For some men, attraction to larger women isn't merely a preference, it's an exclusive preference. Why? The reasons vary dramatically. Some are attracted to physical softness and curves. Others associate larger body types with femininity. Some developed the preferences through early life experiences. Others simply report that larger women are what they find visually appealing. The key point is that attraction is rarely rational. Most people cannot fully explain why they prefer one body type over another. They simply do. And that mystery applies to virtually every form of attraction. Whether you're remembering lines from movies like White Chicks or Role Models, the general belief is that larger women do more stuff. Of course, that is blatant stereotyping and more than likely untrue. But such expressions have fostered a belief system with some men that end up relaxing into relationships with women for stereotypical purposes. This means that some men develop these relationships based on a belief system that they are easier to please, more appreciative of the attention, less likely to leave them, and less likely to cheat. Stereotypes are exactly that, and are rarely a true measure of anyone. But if they become a driving force of men's preferences, then the effect of these stereotypes become real enough for these individuals. Whatever the reason, one of the surprising net effects of men in such relationships is the propensity for the man to let himself go and quickly reach the same level of overweight as his partner. Studies show that committed couples in this manner become parents and are likely to pass poor eating and exercise habits to their own children, who in turn grow up to be overweight adults with psychological attraction tendencies shaped by their parents, their youth, and their life experience. It's a niche that in many ways is self-propagating. So if there's one lesson from studying attraction, it's this. Human preferences are far more diverse than popular culture suggests. The idea that everyone wants the same type of partner simply isn't true. History, culture, psychology, biology, and personal experience all shape what people find attractive. For some men, that's a conventionally thin woman. For others, it's an athletic woman. For others still, it's a plus-size or obese woman. Understanding these preferences doesn't require approval or criticism, only curiosity. Because attraction has never been as simple as society wants it to be, and the more honestly we discuss it, the better we understand ourselves. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below and tell us what you think, whether attraction is mostly biological, mostly cultural, or some combination of both. And thank you again for watching.